All right, guys, we're back. Life22. We got
Everybody
Tim.
Heads up.
Hi, Tim.
Hello.
Tim the bartender. Jason the mechanic. Bruce the painter. And Robin Quivers. Don't forget about Robin.
She had a bad haircut at Walmart.
Bad haircut at Walmart.
Walmart.
All right, guys. We're still on the
Looks
topic
good.
of Leeches. We're still on the topic of Leeches. And Leechers... Well, they suck, but we're kind of still on the topic of Leechers in rental tenant relationships, landlord tenants. Tim,
Yes.
bringing your distraction back to the floor.
What now?
All right, so well, we
Kevin, how does it feel when you get called by the police? You need to be here right now. Not only do you have to be here right now, but you have to call the guy that lives upstairs to give you the keys to the place to go. And you go to a rental, and there's somebody there that we've evicted, and he's just chilling, and there's garbage. And
we didn't evict him, by the way. We didn't evict him.
well, we've
He's in the
got
process of being
process,
evicted.
the
He's in the
process.
process of being evicted.
No
we
names.
called out to a police executing a warrant. It was
It
fucking
had
amazing.
nothing to even do with that guy. But
It didn't. It didn't.
what
The
does
guy
it
next
feel
door
like?
broke into the basement of this dude. Got like hauled out like that. So they're like, "Oh, we found a squatter," because they saw all the cat shit just building up in buckets in this dude's kitchen because he's trying to be evicted. Like it sucks. Like
He's trying.
I want to go in there and clean up buckets of cat shit, but he won't let me into his property, and I have to evict him. And the court system takes forever. You got to get
So
attorneys.
it's your property?
No, I help a friend manage this property.
Oh, okay.
But there are properties that he owns that could
Are
potentially
potentially be
or
the same
have
situation.
been
Like you can't.
the same. No, they have been. Look what we're doing to Tompkins Street.
That's true. That's true.
Bullshit. You should
Motherfucker
just be able
always
to throw their ass out on the street.
Right. Like isn't like my castle like.
Because, unfortunately,
Uh-oh.
it is not as
I
easy
know.
as just saying, hey,
It's not.
you're a
I
bad
know,
tenant.
the
that's
fuck out.
bullshit.
Bye
Like,
bye.
It's not the
how
only
did that
way.
ever happen, though?
Let me
Like,
serve you
what
a
Democrats
3-day.
did this shit?
No, who gives a shit? Oh, I'm gonna serve you a 3-day notice, so you get your 3 days, and then guess what?
Then
You
get
get another 2.5 weeks,
or more.
and then
To wait
you
for
get
court.
another week and a half
And thankfully, because I
before
needed
you actually have to get out. So your 3-day notice technically turns into a 30-day notice because
Minimum.
the fucking courts are absolutely ridiculous. Like, you want to live at someone's house, you pay the rent, you do what you gotta do. If not,
So when
What happened
somebody
to the I'm the king of my castle, like whole mentality, like marine law that started all legal basis, like where you are this entity, you rent this or you own this property is yours, you can shoot motherfuckers for showing up that are unwanted or unwarranted. Now you gotta fucking take somebody, they're renting the property, you gotta like
I got a good analysis. Everybody
Jason, sorry.
became a Dory. Hi, how you doing?
Well, that they did. The government did that with heroin. So,
like-
the next one.
Where did it come from? So why did the law even get made that squatters can do that shit, right?
They
so
should not be
It
able
had to be
to.
like somewhere in the past, maybe it was like the 30s or something, right? All these people are losing their money in the stock market and they got nowhere to live and fucking... Or landlords are like, damn, I can get fucking 300 more bucks this week. I'm going to throw this cocksucker out and put this other guy in there. So they were just throwing people out.
Yeah,
they didn't have nowhere to live, but they didn't do nothing wrong. So, but
why
now
can't-
it's the other way around. And we're fucked.
Yeah, right. No, it's the same. It's the same thing with the Teamsters and the unions, and all of a sudden you can't fire somebody. It kind of gets into what we were talking about earlier, where now you have to pay for somebody's maternity leave when you hired them when they were pregnant. Like, is it a disability? Like, I hired them with a permanent disability. They're not always pregnant.
And if you would not have
unions are there
hired
to
them
protect the incumbent.
while you
That's
already
it.
knew that they were pregnant, you would get.
You know, but the whole
discriminated
purpose of
against.
that squatters bullshit was to protect people that
No,
landlords were
that's
taking
still,
advantage
that's
of,
still
right?
a bunch of bullshit.
At some point, obviously in the past, there were landlords like fucking just like somewhere they were like realizing they could get more money, so they were tossing people.
Oh sure,
right?
no, yeah, and but then again, I would still love for them to at least like leave me with the one tool where I can load up like shotgun shells full of rock salt and shoot vagrants on my property. Like get the fuck off it! Boom! It's like a beanbag round. Like at least like a beanbag round. Give me the beanbag round.
Is there a way to put on your fucking rentals? Like no trespassing?
I don't want to kill them.
The Hoovervilles. We need to start
you
setting
don't
up
wanna do-
Hoovervilles.
Yeah, you don't want to kill them because you'll go
I
to jail
walked
for
outside
that,
this
but,
morning and you could smell a skunk outside. I'm like, where the fuck is that thing?
I smelled the
like?
skunk.
What?
Tonight.
A skunk, yeah.
So wait, but what
That's
does
why
this
you
have to do with our
gotta shoot
topic?
it. No, you gotta shoot the skunk.
because
You don't want that
everybody's
shit around
drunk.
our house.
Yeah.
We should have made a fifth video.
A fifth video.
No,
We don't want a
definitely
stupid skunk around our house.
That has nothing to do with shooting rock salt, though.
It's
Why
shooting,
are we even
it's
shooting rock salt at
something.
anybody?
Exactly, thank you.
They used to do that in the Hoovervilles.
Well,
If
we're
you
not.
own property,
We're just
you
shooting
could shoot.
skunks.
Okay, so
and
anyways,
then shooting skunks will keep all the trespassers away.
time out, Robin.
Because
I mean,
because
you know,
everything's gonna smell.
Well,
like
this can be
skunk.
incorporated.
Yeah,
No doubt.
that was a
good
good
God.
one.
Don't try too hard, Bruce. It might hurt.
I might actually having a brain aneurysm speak.
We're gonna have a lot of callers coming in to
Yeah.
trying to interview for the channel because they know they could just get like
Yeah,
blitzed,
completely toasted.
We're
toasted, and just start bantering and
Smash.
Yeah.
We're gonna give you a home number.
yeah.
We're gonna give you
In the
June's
next
phone
week
number.
or
It's
so.
at the
June's
bottom
cell.
of the screen.
June cell of 716
You're only allowed to call me when we're actually doing shows.
3737.
That's not even.
No, call her anytime.
Fucking collar, that'd be cool.
That would be awesome. Like I
We
should
can.
post on the
I
channel.
can let people have my number when we're only talking.
Robin, you're not allowed to drink anymore.
I'm not drinking anymore.
Okay.
We can let people have my number when we're talking during a real time.
You said dirty during the real time?
No, talking during a real time.
Okay. So, anyways, going back, Hoovervilles, these people that just want to just live in your home. We had to evict a few of them, and there's a YouTube channel and YouTube video that I will link to this.
Watch it.
Thanks.
Disgusting.
There's just tons of bags of trash. I had to take a broken broomstick and duct tape a nail to it to kill some of the rats in the apartment that they had left us with because we couldn't get in there. The courts would not allow us in there. Like they would not allow us in there.
We
Like,
even offered help
like
to
we
clean up their apartment.
we're like, hey, we'll come in and help you bag garbage up and get rid of it. Blah blah blah. No, we got this. No, we got this.
Oh, it's not that bad.
It's
Don't
not that
worry.
bad. And then we actually physically had to have the sheriff's department come and serve them, and they were like, oh well, you know, like we've got the last of our stuff out today. Come back at 3 o'clock. They came back at 3 o'clock. They were like, we're done. Everything in the apartment's rubbish. We don't want it. Blah blah blah.
Tompkins.
Okay, thanks. 60,
Here, upstairs, from my house,
68
my own personal residence, there's
68 bags of garbage.
47 pieces.
15
Wow.
of those bags of garbage were in the parents' bedroom. Like
Right.
actual
Equal rental
food, actual
opportunity.
food garbage, not like
And these are the
Not
same
just
people
random
that are
garbage.
fucking abusing the system.
Leeches.
And you know what? When we
beating
went
the
to
shit out of their
Otto,
children.
East Otto, and some of these other places, we do haul outs and we pull a bunch of shit out. Well, the first shit we find when we walk into that place in East Otto was canned goods, which were like bags of canned goods that were from food pantries. Because I mean I know this because I go to food pantries and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I know what they have.
Bruce Prank.
Bags of shit. And these are the same people that are taking more than what they maybe deserve. And when they take it, not only are they...
Don't have the intent to use it.
Yeah, they're just like bags of
So-
them. And that was the same thing on the place on Buffalo Street. Leeches. Fucking leeches. People that
They
have
are.
obviously more than they need, even though they don't deserve it. They're not working. And,
Panis.
you know,
Panis.
What happened?
Thoughts?
I gotta go.
I want to know how you end it, man.
How do we
How do we
end?
end it? How do you change it?
You ever watched the movie The Purge?
Say, hey guys.
You know?
Indeed.
No, you
No, I
say,
mean,
hey.
that's the
This
way
is
I
how-
want. That's
this
the way
is
I
how
want to
we
end it.
end
But
the show.
That's
so
oh, no,
so
that's,
here's
not
the
what
thing.
he's
So
that's not what he's talking about.
we can't do that, right? Even you and I don't. I mean, you don't really want to go there. So
Right,
so then
right,
we do
right.
nothing. We just let it keep going, and it's going to get worse till someday everybody will crack. There'll be a fucking revolution.
Right.
The fucking country will collapse,
Soon.
and there will be fucking
Yep.
war and civil war and all this crazy shit. It might be 100 years from now. It might be fucking 10 years from now. It might be
So
Could be a
The
week.
sooner
You
the
never
I don't
better.
know.
Be like,
The
The
sooner
thing
the
is, though,
better.
it is building.
I mean,
The
yeah,
tension-
it's gonna
Tension's
happen
there.
any
Yeah.
day.
So, like, if they,
yeah,
if you
I
just
really
keep,
believe that it could happen any day.
Any
You know
day.
what I mean? Right
With
now,
everything
it's
that's
so
going
tense.
on, like,
And
oh yeah.
I mean, it's absolutely needed.
because everybody's
You know,
sick of it, and the only
Yeah.
reason we still keep going with it the way it is because we're able to. When it gets to the point where us good
allowed to.
fucking working people can't fucking make it or can't eat anymore, we're gonna start fucking.
It's not going to go until
No,
you,
no,
until
but
you're
you know
able
what
to
happens?
steal our last dime.
But guess
you know
what?
I mean?
No,
You're a
but that's not
working
what happens, though.
person.
And give it
You're
to
a
the
working
scum.
person who is already kind of stocked up a little bit. So, you know, you got your extra freezer full of stuff and whatever.
Right.
Unless,
So-
unless the gas runs out, like, if that's how your machines run.
Well, right.
I mean,
Right, but so-
hopefully you're
but-
not all
Cut 'em off.
electricity based.
So that's
off.
this
Cut
is
me
this is
off.
what happens. This is
Cut
what
me
happens.
off.
This happens.
For a month.
No, like I'm thinking of like French Revolution. Like this is where I learned this in school. Like a body of people never revolt if they're constantly depressed. As soon as you give them a little breathing room, they revolt. So until, I mean, if giving these people like what they want to sedate them is doing what needs to happen, then is that at what point do different sects of the government sections like do they like allow for this breathing room? Like how can you define that? You know what I mean? Like you and I aren't getting you know what I mean? You and I aren't getting that like we feel like we can't breathe, but like nobody's giving us a leg up.
Right.
These other people are, but they're sedated. So where is that breathing room that they would give us? And then all of a sudden there would be a revolution.
When you say
So,
us,
that's-
who is us?
Us is whoever sings.
Everybody but Bruce the Painter.
Well, I understand that, but I mean,
I'm just saying that's what like history has taught us, that people will revolt once given a little bit of breathing room, a little bit of freedom from resistance. They will create their own resistance, and less resistance shall be invoked. So
take it all away for a month.
yeah, you take it all away for a month,
For
and
1 month and watch what happens.
Yeah.
Time to pee, I'm out.
Watch how many people.
All right, Robin
cry
Quivers is
and
leaving us for the
die.
evening. So I mean,
Or
like
you
really,
just like instead of going to welfare and you get money, you get a shotgun and you have to go hunt for your food.
yeah, like Hunger Games. Like, I mean, I really feel like it could be a lot worse,
It could be.
and it's probably going to
Well,
get a
it
lot
always
worse
gets a
before
lot
it
worse
happens.
before it gets better, right? I mean, it
Right,
will
but
have-
you're
so
not
it's
talking about the
always
starving
getting
families
worse
in
over
France
and over.
during the 1700s.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the 1700s. Like there's this big. You know what I mean? Like we're talking like they were eating rats in the street
Right.
kind of shit. Like we're not doing that yet. We've got this nanny system going on.
Right.
But why not eat rats? If you find a rat, why not eat it?
I said that about the
If you're,
Bruce,
hung-
is
if you're
this in
fucking
your binder?
hungry,
Is that in your binder, Bruce?
no, it's really
No
not.
rats.
But hey,
I will not eat
that's
more
one
rats.
less dollar that the taxpayer has to spend on.
I agree. Let them eat
Uh,
rats.
Yeah, let's all take a break. Watch the movie Snowpiercer.
Yeah, you can have all
Like-
the rats you can eat. Yeah.
Yeah.
We blend up the cockroaches and then
Right.
feed them to the people in the back of the train. Like, like
You have plenty of cats running around. You can eat them.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
We do have an overpopulation of
I have
cats.
no
Every
problem
city,
with that.
every
Well, you tell
city
me-
is plagued with cats.
Yeah, you
Well,
tell
you
me
got
we got
food
feral
bro.
cats and
Let's just
starving
back
people.
up food supply.
That's
That's
right.
what I said. We have extra cats and starving people. You tell me.
Yeah,
Right.
dude. When I go to the food pantry, if you have a frozen cat, well, fucking, like, okay, I can cook it. I'm cool.
Or see, this is why we hung out for video 5.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
And Robin left.
I think a
I don't
starving
need
man was
ground
like,
beef
like
or
eating a
turkey
stew
or
and like,
fish.
yeah, if
Give
you
me a
told him in the
cat.
middle of a bite, it was like, yeah, well, it's actually we had to use cat. He was like, yeah, whatever.
SPCA, a party of 7, not Donna party, like,
Yeah.
good times.
Yeah.
Next week we should have like hors d'oeuvres. Oh,
Unless the
Robin's back.
revolution hits
Oh,
by
yeah,
then.
Robin's back. I know you're trying to be quiet and stuff, even though you're not.
Your
But
children are waking up.
you need to be quiet. because
Life,
there's
we're
kids
22.
waking
All
up.
right, so Life 22, the kids are awake.
Yeah.
We're gonna end it for tonight, guys. Everybody, Tim the bartender, Jason the mechanic, Bruce the painter, myself. Robin's already tending to children. We will see you guys next week.
Yep.
Yeah, next week.
Yeah.
This is,
Sweet.
this is fun. There's beer.
Check it
It's
out.
good times. So, catch you guys next week.